What's new in your love life? Anybody?
Our love lives?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Probably got the second bit.
Is that what we're doing? We're doing love lives?
I'm mainly just trying to get Kalyne to answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I signed an NDA.
She won't open up
no
unless
way
we
she's
open up at the same level
Show
of
us the idea.
caliber. Vulnerable.
Okay. Are you dating anyone new?
That's part of the NDA.
Send us the link to the e-doc sign.
We've officially had the conversation where I told Nina, I was like, on JK, we said this year I'm gonna try to do my best to watch some trash TV with you.
Oh,
she's excited about it.
Is she?
Are we doing The Bachelor?
No.
What are we doing?
Yep. We're gonna,
I thought
Love on the Spectrum.
it's not trash enough.
that's wholesome.
Yeah, it's not trash. We've seen some of that too.
It makes you feel good about yourself after. Whereas if you're watching real trash TV, you feel like
And you're on them.
the whole time. You can't love the Spectrum people. It's not fun.
I do.
There's only one girl you can shit on. Yeah, the glasses girl is the only one you can shit on.
Harry?
Yeah.
You talking about the train girl?
No, animation girl.
The glasses girl.
Animation.
Oh, that girl.
Hate her.
The one from Pasadena?
Yeah, I think
She keeps fucking with guys and then like breaking up with them?
Yeah, I think she's just an asshole. I don't think she has any.
Honestly, Adon is a little pussy, bro.
Dahan?
Adon is a pussy.
I'm like, bro, she's ready to crush. Just go crush.
I thought for a second you were gonna say we had a talk about this year. I thought you were gonna do the thing.
You can be like, we gotta get you pregnant this year, babe.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna start loading your box.
That's what I thought too.
Me too.
I mean, we're not trying, but I just don't want to talk about it too much because we're just trying.
Yeah.
Wait, is that
No jinxies.
oh?
No jinxies.
Is that a conscious thing you guys actually like talk about?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of talking, I'll tell you that.
That's so
A
cool.
lot of dancing.
I want to have kids.
It's like a lot of big lifestyle change, right? It's like, that's why I've like cut down on drinking. I'm like,
You want strong sperm?
Get your swimmers strong, yeah.
yeah, checking the schedule.
Taking your prenatals.
I am taking prenatal vitamins.
Clomid.
Yeah. He takes vitamins for women.
Yeah.
I take vitamins.
Pineapple juice.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
good. Check that box. Good.
It comes in the pink bottle.
Pepto-Bismol. Yep.
Okay.
So and it's a journey, right? Like, you just kind of hear a bunch of people's stories from your friends where it's like, oh, dude, tried one time, everything worked out. And you hear other stories about your friends where it's like, tried for 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know where are we in this conversation?
We're talking about pre-anal.
Okay, anal. Got you. I'm in.
Like, what's your preanal routine? How do you set up?
Yeah.
You do shit out.
Tried it one time.
Get like one of those, those rolling pans for painting?
I want kids, but I don't want to take care. I don't
Let that collect.
want to take care.
Did you say you tried it one time?
No, I'm repeating what he said.
Okay. I thought you were trying to tell a story.
Hey, Anthony,
Yes.
if we have kids at the same time, can I just leave them at your house and you can take care of them?
They'll become Lees though. They'll become Lee.
I don't care.
Really? You don't care?
I do. You know what? I would.
Hey, you could hit them.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
I fantasize about the idea of like community, the way that our families grew up, our parents grew up, right? It's like back then in the neighborhood, it's like everybody has kids. People got to go to work, so like people take turns. Just like it's like village tribe mentality.
I'm not a woke bitch, so if my kids misbehave, which they probably are, dude, like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. They're gonna be fucking wild. You can beat the fuck out of them, dude.
It's good to know.
That's awesome. Maybe they should just come to my house.
Are your kids gonna be as wild as Bart's kids?
Tyga? I don't think Tyga's wild. That's the problem.
You don't think Tyga's wild?
That's actually wild.
That is a problem.
That's wild.
I think Tyga's spoiled, but I don't think he's wild.
You don't think he's both? That kid's crazy.
I don't.
I feel like there's moments with Taika where he's like wilding out, but then he's like super chill.
That's what I'm saying. He's not.
This guy probably hung out with Tyga for like 80 minutes.
No, we were with him for a whole weekend.
Oh shit.
I think comparatively to us as children, that is wild.
That is wild.
Really?
Comparatively, yeah.
In a 1 hour period,
To children?
the things that Taika does, I would have been beat 4 different times at least.
Yeah.
They would have mopped the floor with me if I had
see.
done 1 out of 10.
But different generation shit. Like,
Yeah.
Bart's on that new age shit.
Yeah.
He's like trying to be a responsible.
He's trying not to pass down the same trauma.
Yeah, for real. And you can see him like acting. You're like, oh shit, this is actually kind of my work.
But that's difficult to like toe the line of like, I don't want to pass down what I got, but
Tyga's locked in though. That fool, as crazy as he is, he like when he needs to focus and he actually like Bart and Gio tell him to do some shit, he's like, okay.
Well,
He's a good boy,
We got
dude.
it.
He's a
Texas
good
the best. We
boy.
got it. What about the?
I was around wilder kids.
I know way more pieces of shit kids, dude.
Yeah, that's
For sure.
why. And you're probably around hella kids because they're fucking.
And you see in the parents, like, you know, like
I think it's-
if they're out to lunch, the kids are out to lunch
I think
too.
what I'm comparing it to is the same as Anthony. Like, we all know wilder kids, but at what level was your behavior considered wild to your parents? Because I did very little and was considered wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when I see Tycho, I'm like, damn, I wish I could have done
Yeah.
any of that shit.
I would.
I got my ass handed to, but I was allowed to do a lot of crazy shit because I was neglected. So
I feel like my parents, they just wanted like a little adult. You know, like they didn't want a kid.
Mine too, yeah.
They didn't like. By the time I was like, because my sisters were all like teenagers and shit, so they were like, "Yo, you need to fucking
Misbehaving
mature. You know what I
in
mean?
public at dinner.
No.
Never.
Or talking to another adult,
Never.
Never.
like being snarky to an adult.
Never.
I don't even know.
oh,
what
I
that's
couldn't
like.
talk to
That's
adults.
like a backhand.
Popped in the mouth.
No, I have no recollection of doing that.
Yeah.
But there's a photo of me at a Chinese restaurant dancing on top of the table, and my mom fucking dying in tears. And so she said that there were
Chinese restaurant. That's why.
Yeah, you don't respect Chinese.
Yeah, she's like, go ahead.
That shit out Japanese.
I know, right?
Make a mockery out of this place. Go
At
ahead.
the Benihana grill.
You guys gonna beat your kids?
I really hope not, honestly.
I'm thinking we would.
Yep.
I don't think I would ever.
I'll beat mine. I'll beat yours too.
Yeah, sick.
I don't think I would beat my, like, as a serious thing, like, I don't predict that I would beat my kids.
Well, you say that now. Watch when they piss you off.
But it's because I think most people that truly beat their kids also beat women, and I just haven't, I don't have no experience with that.
Nah, my dad was a bitch. He never beat my mom, but he beat us like he's a bitch.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, dude.
Damn.
My uncle too. That motherfucker.
Maybe there's still hope for me.
Dude, he beat the fuck out of everybody.
Nah, but he don't remember, so it don't count.
He never beat his wife.
I just don't think kids respect their parents or fear their parents.
I agree.
I think that's where it's at.
Like nowadays,
Yeah,
or
nowadays.
I don't think I would beat my kids because I think I'm just better at psychological torture.
Yeah.
that would be your way.
You'd rather get beat?
I'd rather get beat.
I would
Don't
rather
fuck
get
about-
beat too. Trust me, I want to get beat. But my parents were fucking good at psych torture too.
That's where you got it from.
Yeah.
You think it's a soft generation raising a softer generation?
That's the case for every generation.
Yeah, I think so.
But isn't it like, I don't want to grow up with the same, I don't want to give the same trauma to my children. So you try to do better.
Yeah.
But then it swings too far the other
Yep.
way.
Yep.
Well, it's hard to judge because like we're able to look at least like first gen Asian thing, and it's so like easily observed. But how can we say that our parents fucked up and now we're gonna do it right if that level of parenting got them all the way fucking here? Which is way harder than we're. But well, I'm gonna stay in America.
And
like
if-
I'm not doing anything that hard.
And if it made you not want to repeat those things, I think they did a pretty okay job on you, actually.
Yeah, also, we would have to think that we're currently super fucked up now to really want to change our ways.
Yeah. I don't think they did a bad job. I think it's funny to think that like, okay, now I'm gonna do better. I don't think I'll do better than them. But that's like
I do love to judge, though. That's why I like garbage television.
There you go.
that's what got you like through how many like lines of generations from the third world country here. It's pretty whatever you guys did, fucking dope. But maybe it also doesn't apply when you stay first world to first world.
You have to evolve.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, all right, you know how when you take over a country, you have to be the warrior, right? But then once you take it over, you have to be the bureaucrat.
But the
That's the
dangers,
thing.
the dangers, I think, are more complex now. Like the dangers are very common sense. Their generation, don't get killed, don't fuck around in this way. But now it's like you could get molested by someone you met online. That fucking didn't exist before.
I think a lot of molestation existed, but people just didn't know that it was
Not
happening.
online though.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, in sleepovers.
You could like stop somebody because they were there doing it, but then
Oh,
like
yeah.
you don't know who your kid's chatting with. You know if they.
How do you know people won't get molested online?
What do you mean?
They were cybersexing me, that's for sure.
How do you know 100 years ago people weren't getting molested online? You don't
good
know.
question.
Exactly. Just talking out of your asshole.
Pull up the stats.
The
dude.
hieroglyphics could say differently.
Yeah, they were sexting on the fucking
Yeah,
pyramids.
Dude, Steve making a big deal about Taika being able to use fucking internet to search a 3D printer was
Yo,
so funny.
that was
Okay,
funny.
let me ask Aaron because he wasn't here. But like,
We got in Tyga's head yesterday.
so Taika like wanted a 3D printer, right? Which is a big thing for a 7-year-old to like ask for, right? And then Bart was like, it's kind of expensive. And then so Taika searched on Amazon and found a 3D printer for like $299. And he showed it to Bart, and Bart's like, "I'm so impressed that you were able to find that. I'll buy it for you." And we're like,
And he's 7.
Cut to Kalyne right now. Yep.
and we were like,
Are so fucking low.
we were like, that's it? That's $299.
$299? Are you kidding? I wouldn't even dare to ask my
At
parents.
7.
that.
Bart was
At age 7.
You don't
At
understand.
7.
Like that is like it's so crazy to think that Taika was able to just search that
Incredible.
and then sent it to me, and I was just like, I just let him have it for like 5 minutes.
Like kids now are better at the internet than adults.
That's insane. It would have been different during our day and age, where we had to like maybe go to the library, do some research, read a few books,
Make a call.
Make a call.
Supplier.
Or we
Yeah.
get a magazine.
He's 7. He's not 4.
Okay, yeah, that's that too.
Say it again, Joe.
But he's 7. He's not 4.
Exactly, dude. What the hell's going on out there?
Like, I think maybe 5 is impressive still. But then after that, it's like,
no,
dude,
it's
come
what I've been
on.
talking about for a long time. Parents, there's an epidemic where parents believe that their kids are like so fucking advanced.
Yeah, my kid's the
They're like a little
genius.
scientist because they're just doing basic shit that every fucking.
But something does happen though, like once in people's chemistry, like their brain, when they do have a kid, like they,
Oh, no doubt.
they're so locked in.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, or else humans will just neglect the shit out of
But
their
your
kids.
friend's job is to ground you a little bit
yeah,
when you're flying.
Because
high.
I can't even imagine a $299 value gift for something that's not a graduation or a
That's what I
birthday.
was saying.
That's insane. Just like off the cusp,
I
like
told Bart, I was like, can you lie to him, please? Can you say like, because you did your
Tuesday
chores?
afternoon.
I was like, can you lie to him and say that because you did your chores for like 3 months
Or you did
straight?
something really big.
Getting the printer, and guess what he said? I can't. No, I can't do that because he doesn't get anything for doing his chores. So I'm like, he doesn't get anything for doing his chores. He gets something for sending you a fucking link.
That's crazy.
As usual, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
I would abuse that power so much.
Oh yeah.
I would send him hella links throughout the day.
Oh, let's do that. Let's give Taika links to send to Bart.
Links, yeah. Things like, oh shit, that's fun.
Yo, that's funny. Gold bars from Costco.
That is an interesting thing that like there are a lot of parents today that are like really, really impressed when their kids do something.
Do anything.
But I feel like what we got was the back in my day. Oh, you did that? Like this is what I went through.
Yeah.
One-upping you. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah?
Gotta one up again.
And you never could do something impressive.
My buddy's daughter just climbed a kid gate like every single kid does. He's like, she's like climbing the gates. It's like crazy. She's figuring this out, and I'm like, oh my god.
You know what I think it's happening though?
Insane.
I think it's people that didn't grow up with that many kids around them.
That's
So
true.
like they don't understand the development, so it's shocking
He's
them.
an only child, so that makes sense.
And then now no one's having kids, so like there's no reference. So like they're not looking like if you're around a bunch and you see them at the same development level, you just like you kind of see it, right?
Or they're just not an observant person generally, but they're observant of their own kid. And so they're only paying attention to their own kid, and they're going, "Wow, that's amazing." But they maybe have seen that a million times, but they never like thought about it because it's not their kid.
In the basic law of diminishing returns, shouldn't you always appoint large rewards to large things you do? Because then, like, if you
Yeah,
get
or it's gonna lose effect.
$299 at 7 years old, and you, it's crazy, dog.
Maybe, to his credit, maybe Bart's just in a new echelon of finance. Maybe he's just been killing it so hard.
We're not talking about that.
But that goes against the lessons of teaching the value of money. Then
Guess what?
But what if
For the dopamine injection.
You know what? When I was
every time
growing
you
up, I had an accomplishment. My dad's watching TV. I had to wait till commercial break to talk to him.
Lit.
Okay? Because
Sounds about right.
don't interrupt the show. And then I would tell him my accomplishment. He would stare at me and be like, "That's it," and then just go back to the TV. That's it.
He'd rather watch a commercial.
Yeah, he'd rather watch the commercial. He's like, "This is what I paused this for."
I could have learned
This is
more
what I
about
paused.
DeVry.
Yeah.
So isn't that like the pendulum going the other way of like
Yes.
of like now I got that, so now I'm gonna shower him with so much like
No doubt.
Cause dude, I've been seeing it. Like I have so many friends now that have like they're not infants anymore, right? So their kids are now like 4 and 3 and then whatever, and then like I can see the pattern of you're fucking doing shit that you wish you had with your mom,
Yeah.
but you're actually ruining your fucking child
Yeah.
because you can't lay down the law.
I also think too that the kids are associating. They're getting like a little dopamine rush every time they get a new present. And then like fast forward 10 years, they're adding their Amazon card every fucking week, spending their whole paychecks just to get that little.
The value of money is just completely
Yep.
distorted.
But I mean, like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, this is entertaining, man. Your kids are gonna get so fucked up when they grow up, and then you're just like, whatever.
I like how we're indirectly talking about Bart and Tycho. His kid's gonna be fucked up when he goes.
No, I'm talking about other kids. I have hella other kids around me, but
kids like
it's
this.
almost
Tycho's fucked, dude.
it's almost all. I would say 80% is like that.
Yeah.
Like super, like I don't discipline. I'm just like, that's fucking crazy, dude. That's just our generation.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's pretty wild that Tycho has dessert time every day.
Every day.
What?
He gets a popsicle a day.
I wish I had that.
It's insane.
That's
Soda
sick.
a day, and he gets ice cream time.
No, we would ask my dad for the ice cream, and he'd be like, "No, but bring me one."
I want a fudge pop.
So you end up -1 ice cream.
And so like Lance and I, my brother and I, we would go to the freezer. We would get my dad the ice cream, but we would always wear like hoodies, and we would stuff one in our hoodie.
Steal one?
And then we would give him the ice cream, and he'd be watching a show. We'd run upstairs.
Sick.
Dad's favorite
They
show
probably
that you
knew though.
He's
fucking
teaching
know.
character, you know?
Yeah, he's teaching me how to lie and steal.
Yeah, how to steal.
How to sneak popsicles.
I just can't imagine. I really just maybe this part. Most of it's jealousy of like the child that I didn't have. But then the idea that someone would give me something valued at $299 at age 7 is unthinkable. My graduation presents weren't even that high value.
That's like 3 Christmases put together.
But also it's like broke people raising rich kids, right? So then like you're jealous of your own kids' upbringing because you did good. If you stayed broke, then you'd still be able to give them the same life that you grew up in.
I think my parents, what I've found out fairly recently is that most of the time they faked being broke.
Oh, that's smart.
That's awesome.
They faked like
Smart.
because like I got to see my dad's like true finances for the first time ever, and I was like, how long have you been having this shit? And he's like, what do you mean? Why would I not have money?
What are you talking about?
I used to want like so many, like I want the Lego fire department, and he's like, do you see that amount in my wallet? He's like, I can't buy you that.
So that's such a, I hear the Filipino accent.
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, that's true. We just don't have
cannot
that kind of
buy
money.
that.
But then like they just fake it so that you don't end up thinking that you should buy a $300 thing.
But
unless
wouldn't
it's like not special.
you want to do it though? Like how? Like it must have been hard for them to go, oh, I cannot do it.
I think
but,
they
like,
thought it was funny.
I would have fucking bought everything. Cause
But then everything loses value if you buy everything.
My brother-in-law like comes home with toys for his kids like every single other day, and I think he does it for him, right? Because he likes it when they're like, "Dad, yeah, you're the best," and all that shit. Like, because their house is so full of toys, it's starting to turn and look like my house growing up.
But it actually fucks the kids up because they become heroin addicts later because nothing replaces that
Then
high.
you're like chasing the next like thing. Yeah.
There's heroin addicts in the future for sure.
Same.
Maybe it doesn't turn out that way. Maybe it's like totally fine.
Do a lot of kids want to play with 3D printers though? Is that like the new hot shit that kids are playing with?
Because the I guess like the
toys.
teacher made a toy,
Yeah.
and he was like, whoa.
But would
Making
you
your own
consider that
toys as
as
a
like
kid.
a educational like thing? For
I think
kids?
so. I think that's where Bart was like, that's the cool spin. Is he's like,
Yeah.
well then I can make toys and sell it, or
Yeah.
like use it as a thing like that.
And that's why I was like, you should make him make his money back.
Because I remember when I was a kid, I wanted a $300 fucking GameCube or fucking Xbox and shit. My parents would be like, nah, dog.
Or that shit collects dust for the next
He uses it once and he's like, I'm Bart.
100%.
Because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a while to make the 3D print.
You're just watching it and you're like, this is like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
Fuck
or,
this.
or unless it's like maybe akin to like buying something for the house, like when your family bought a computer, it was like for everyone. Technically, 3D
We
print
got
for
a Super
everyone.
Nintendo was for everyone.
Yeah.
So he got it for him.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
No, well, at the end of the day, credit to Bart. He said, I'm going to tell Taika no 3D printers because his uncle said no.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. So.
So fucking blame us, right?
Yeah, blame our shit.
I hope when he's in his 30s, he's in therapy about the 3D printer and how.
He shows the therapist this video.
That's where his value got skewed of like how things are worth it.